I had to do one for overcompensating, which is out now.
Oh, it's already out?
Yeah.
Where is it?
Prime Video. Like you go into it thinking you're just gonna read a little bit, and then you start liking what you're reading. You pick up some like momentum and just keep going, and like reading more and more.
The problem with that, why do you think people are so afraid to chase creative dreams?
That's a good question. Obviously, it's
maybe that's controversial, but like, who watches that?
That's true though. A lot of people don't go to theaters no more. Everybody like watches on TV, and that's what I'm saying. You guys have to go to like the theater. What you sit on your couch for? You don't meet nobody on the couch. That's another thing too. You're like, I want a girlfriend. Yo, go outside. Cause she ain't gonna be on the couch.
That would truly be such a shame because I think everyone has a story to tell.
I always look at it because it's very important stuff. It's like all the analytics and stuff, seeing what people like their attention drops. So you gotta like
see where it dropped.
Yeah. And I was like doing research and stuff. Like this was like a general thing. Might be incorrect, but I think the new attention span.
Welcome back to the Thomas Botea Podcast, everybody. In today's episode, I have a good friend, Roko Saric, on. Pleasure to have you on.
Thank you for having me.
This video is for you if you love writing, directing, and all that has to offer, and acting. We'll get into this later on, but Rocco's actually starting his acting career as well. And we're both super passionate about writing and directing. So if there's something for you, stick around. Make sure to sub. Road to 1 million subs, but first, road to 32 subs because I'm at 31.
Hey, that's pretty good for a start.
So, yeah. So, if you're seeing this and you like this, comment, I was number 32. I said that in the last video, but it only got 2 views up to date. So, yeah, Rocco's, you can also find him on YouTube Taco, where he's making, where he's like experimenting with his directorness.
Yeah.
Where he's just inventing
stuff,
some contraptions, to put it legally.
Yeah.
But yeah,
contraptions.
But yeah, put it down below.
Yo, read your list, bro.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, we're also gonna be talking about how I cannot be an actor, bro.
You good? Nah, dog, you wouldn't believe the amount of times actors forget their shit on stage.
Yeah?
Dude, they be forgetting it nonstop. Also, those lines, bro, are like so short. Like,
let's go ahead and start with that. So,
okay.
What's that experience like been for you in acting? And just give a rough background of what exactly the role is.
Alright, so basically, with background acting, like one of the things was I didn't know nothing going into it, and eventually I'm trying to like go from background to like actual acting and stuff. But this background's like a good start.
For 1 second, I'm paranoid. I just want to make sure it's filming. We can't. Yes, sorry.
Okay, good.
Rewind like 2 seconds.
Alright. So with background acting and stuff, it's low key. It's pretty fun, and it's a good start for like acting and stuff and all that. What was it? Shit, I lost my train of thought.
I was like, give a background of what it's like acting.
Right.
It's like your first.
Yo, I'm trying to keep it together. Okay, so basically, like going into it, I didn't know. I had no idea how. I know exactly what you're saying. I didn't know like nothing about it or whatever. Hold on, I'm stuttering so much. Can you restart?
No.
Okay, now you said nah.
No.
Okay, you know
filtered.
I'm gonna say it from the top again. Going into background acting, I had no idea.
Why you put an accent on it?
What are you talking about? There was no accent. Okay, going into it with background acting, things I didn't know were like when you're like in the background, you're watching like a party scene or whatever, right? You would assume that you were making noise and stuff, but nah, you're not making no noise. Like everybody's quiet, and also the music, they don't play music, and they tell you to start dancing and stuff. It's so awkward, bro.
Damn,
dude, it's awkward. Because here's the thing.
Is that for every movie? Like whenever there's music that's post?
I've done like at least 4 things that were like party scenes and stuff.
Yeah.
All of them were like they're just like, okay, we need you to start dancing, vibe out.
Yeah.
It's so awkward, bro. You just hear shoes moving and stuff. It's just people going like this and stuff. Bro, it's so weird.
Did you have to do one of those?
Yeah. I had to do one for overcompensating, which is out now.
Oh, it's already out?
Yeah.
Where is it?
Prime Video. Yeah.
You're on Prime Video?
Yeah, well, like, not me, but me,
like,
you know what I mean?
If we like freeze frame it,
I'm there for 2 seconds, like less than 2 seconds.
Wow.
You see me go like this. And that's it. It cuts off right there. Then I'm also, I might have caused a continuity error, but I'm like blurred out, so you can't even see me that well. But I'm in the upstairs of the bar and then the downstairs of the bar.
Oh, that's fine. You're just moving like that. You're just teleporting.
I'm wearing 2 different outfits too, though. That's the thing. So it's just like a little strange. But Luca was also in the bar too. So
who's Luca?
My brother.
Oh, your brother's also doing it?
Yeah, he was in the bar with me too.
What age is your brother?
He's 18.
Okay.
Yeah. So the legal age to be in a bar.
That's not.
It's 19, bro. What is it? I think 18 to be in it.
Yeah, it's 18. It's fine.
Yeah, we're chilling. No real booze, all apple juice.
How did you discover this?
So basically, my little brother was really into the idea of like acting. I was into it, but I wasn't really like going to pursue it until he pursued it, and I was like, oh damn, like it's that easy.
I had the same thing happen, but like with my older brother, because I'd always start writing I didn't write, but I would start writing over 100 books, and I'd stop after page 2. But then my brother, bro, I have a full file in like Google Docs and some handwritten stories that just abandoned after page 2 because I got the next idea. And the same thing like you, my brother, he just inspired me because his first book that he wrote, like he wrote the full thing. So I'm like, damn, I gotta do it too then.
And he gave you that inspiration, you know?
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's crazy to see like how like it's so easy, but like you just like need somebody else a little pushy, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Because if you're not like in that like circle or space, it could seem so foreign, but it's like so easy. Once you probably experienced this too. You've probably seen some like good actors that you're working with, and just seeing them in person probably like makes it seem more real.
It was like I seen this dude Lucas Gage. He's on you ever see Roadhouse, like the new one with Jake Gyllenhaal?
No.
Well, he's in that. He's also in You. He gets peed on. He gets it. It's weird. He likes golden showers, bro. Like,
yo, if you're watching this, that's what he has to say about you.
Look at Lucas Gage,
likes golden showers.
No, dude. I was literally gonna call him that. I was like, golden boy. I was like, it'd be weird. But yeah, he was there. I saw him do his work and stuff. I was like, oh damn.
Yeah,
it's strange. And also, like, things kind of sound a little corny. Like, there was like this one line where in overcompensating, the guy, he goes, I think he said, okay, yo, I don't want to say it because it sounds so corny if I said it too, but he goes, punch, pivot. This guy spins around and he says power, and then he says fuck pussy at the end.
Were you saying it as he's doing it?
Yeah. And I was like, that's a little corny. But then when they edited it and I watched like the clip, it wasn't as like corny. It was just kind of just like rolled off better with like editing and stuff. So that was kind of interesting to see. I was also right behind him when he did that too.
Oh, were you also in that clip?
Yeah. Well, like, you can't see me very well, but it's very cool to be on set though. I'm not gonna lie. I mostly do it just to like see how things work and stuff, and also to get the hours. So for like why I say like you gotta get the hours is there's non-union and then there's ACTRA, and ACTRA is like the acting union and stuff. So basically you need like a certain amount of hours to get into ACTRA, or if you get a talking line, you also get an ACTRA, or if you do like a acting class, you get an ACTRA credit from that. And
have you spoken yet?
Have I spoken? Nah. But we getting there. I might take some acting classes to get that extra credit because they get paid bank, bro. They get paid.
Really?
Yeah. Like, I don't know how much.
I thought it was just like only the A-listers make money in movies.
Actor makes bank too, bro. Like, it's crazy how much they make.
And this is just like a stepping stone to directing, or you see yourself going into acting now?
I see. Well, I kind of want to do both, but mostly I like telling stories and stuff. So I want to end up in directing, but there's always like those. Like Michael B. Jordan, right? He did Creed and stuff. I think he directed the third one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So like, I think he started from acting.
Oh, just Rocky, the same thing. Like
exactly. Yeah. I just like write a short script and then just like
you have to start with give the spin-off as the example.
Yeah. Exactly. Just do that, and
Or it could be more discreet, like Stan Lee. You just do a cameo.
Oh yeah. Just like little small things.
And that would really be full circle, because if you got to the point of director and you've gone back to background characters, that would go full circle. And you've written some scripts, yeah?
I have. I'm actually working on. I'm planning this summer to make a short film.
And like produce it and everything?
Yeah, like I want to fully like edit it, do all that stuff. And then the goal is to go to a film festival and see where that like where that takes
kind of?
Yeah, it's kind of like there's like always like investors, like people from companies like Sony, A24 that are just like there and they kind of just watch the film. I haven't done a film festival, so I can't say that's how that works, but that's how I believe it works.
They're trying to get the new talent?
Yeah, they're trying to, you know, like see what's up. I think with you know Raka Raka? Okay, there's like these YouTubers. I don't know. I think they're in the UK. I'm not sure. But they make like videos where it's just like people, not people, sorry. They make videos of just doing like stunts and stuff. They did like an Assassin's Creed video, a Halo. You know the FBI opened up?
Not people. It's like not people doing stunts. What?
No. Okay, never mind. Okay. Anyways, you know the FBI open up meme?
Oh yeah, FBI.
That was them.
All right, they just saw it.
Anyways,
that's like what you said. Like in the moment, you're like, "What?" But then in post, it's gonna look fire.
Yeah, bet. Anyways, the FBI open up meme, bro. That was them and shit, right? And
what? Wait. Who was the FBI open up meme?
The Raka Raka.
The YouTubers.
Yeah, that was them. They made that.
That was from a YouTube video.
Yeah.
Just like Zias and Blou.
What?
Blou was the guy who did the famous tagline, "Stop the cap."
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
I didn't. My voice cracked shit. I didn't know he did that.
Yeah.
I also don't know who that is. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
That's who they are.
It's this guy right here.
Yeah. Maybe it's the photo you showed me earlier.
Dude, it's gonna be some other bullshit, bro. It's gonna be somebody else. So,
or what if I don't even edit it?
I just like schizophrenic. Yeah, him right here. Y'all see him? Got the beard and I don't know what else does he have on his face. Does he have hair or a hat?
Bro, he's definitely got some like skin, maybe a nose.
No, I don't believe it. That makes no sense.
Yo, I got a deep question for you though.
Go for it.
Like deep question.
If you ask me if I wear wigs and go that deep, I'll kill you.
Do you happen to wear wigs?
No, I do not.
No. Yeah, that wasn't the question. that was not the deep question. Why do you think people are so afraid to chase creative dreams?
That's a good question. Obviously, it's failure. You know, you're gonna look stupid if you fail.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
don't look stupid.
Don't look stupid. Just like just. And even if you do look stupid, embrace that. You know, just like joke about it and like move on. Like
you just need one success to like to grow from there.
And once you do succeed, like it's good. You know, like
like I was saying this in some other episodes. In the last one with Mikhail and the other one a while back with Rio, you could see them up in the tags above. But I was saying a similar thing where in business and also in acting and films, it's really just one big break, right? Well, I'm not an expert. Let me guys know down below if this is true. But it's not like school. Your grade or your percentage doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you score at 20%. If you make 100 videos or 100 films and 20 like pop off, then you're doing great.
Exactly, yeah.
So like even if you look stupid for 80 of them, like it's not a percentage game. You just need one.
Exactly. One looks good, you're chilling. That's all they're gonna watch.
But do you think there's anything else other than fear of failure that stops people from pursuing their creative dreams?
I think also like discipline too. Like a lot of people are kind of just like hope it's gonna happen overnight. Like you upload a TikTok and all of a sudden you're like in Hollywood, like hanging out with Drake and stuff.
They're just scrolling and they're thinking, "Oh yeah, I'm being productive."
Yeah. Like it's also like those videos too that make people feel good and stuff. It's like they watch. I'm gonna call for my sister. Is it cool if I take this?
Yeah, we can pause it. Yeah.
All right, cool. I'll be right back. Yo, what's good? Yeah, I did. Huh? I'm at my friend's house right now. Okay, bye. She was asking where I was. It was recording the whole time, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, what were we talking about again?
Shit, bro.
It was something about the discipline stuff.
Oh, yeah, we were saying it's not necessarily fear, but it could also just be people are lazy.
Yeah.
And that's why they stop pursuing their creative dreams.
Also, it's those edits, bro. People watch edits on TikTok, they're like, oh, that's literally me. No, it's not. You're sitting in your bed doing nothing, bro. Do something, bro. Get out of your bed, do something. Go actually be that person, you know what I mean? Like, just chase your goals and stuff. And it's also like, some people are like, oh, I want to be like huge and stuff. I want to like work out and all that stuff. Get a gym membership.
Yeah.
What the fuck you waiting for? You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're just they're high off of the idea.
Yeah, exactly. No, exactly. That's what it is. You know, they like just feel like
like they're like, I'm gonna be so buff.
like do it then. Like, what you mean?
They're like, nah.
It's also, I think, with the progress too. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's like you can't see. Like, it takes a while to get the feedback.
Yeah, like especially even like with everything, working out, that takes time. You know.
That's why people love video games, because the feedback is like instantaneous.
Instant, exactly. Yeah, you see a scoreboard, you see all that stuff. Uploads to your stuff.
I think YouTube, for example, it takes time.
It does. You upload the video and stuff.
Especially movies, that takes
post production and
books. Takes years to write one, and then
you got to go through several editing phases and stuff. But now everything today is so like instant. You know, TikTok, boom, instant gratification. YouTube, click on a video, boom, you got what you wanted, fast. Now you're out.
That's why, why I think I haven't stopped to like pursue my creative dreams, because like I really don't like that. You know, like
you don't like the
instant gratification and all that.
Oh yeah.
Like, I'm thinking about, you know, Interstellar and like all these Star Trek series and all these comedy movies like Hangover and all this like peak cinema. And then I was swimming at the gym yesterday, and then I went into the sauna, and I saw some dude in the sauna. He couldn't even enjoy it. He was scrolling like this. He was like, "You're in the sauna,
bro."
Like that's why I think like long form videos is a big step. Like, according to my retention graphs, like you probably know the retention graphs.
Yeah.
Like, if you're watching this video right now, like, trust me, you're ahead of so many people, and just that patience, I think, could go a long way.
No, it's so true, and also helps with like conversation skills and stuff. Because like,
how's that?
Conversational skills?
Yeah, how does that like transfer?
I don't know, just having that expand to like take your time and to listen to something, you know. And then, you know, when you're like, because I feel like with like the TikToks and stuff, we watch it, boom, saw something quick, done, right?
Yeah.
I think that's all we ever talk about. You know, you go to somebody and you're like, "Yo, I saw this video," and you show them a video, and then it's just like weird after. It's like,
and they're like,
it's like nice. Okay. I mean, you just like dip, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's weird. But I feel like even if you do have long attention span too, though, it could also get awkward. Like, there's definitely like something like you got to work on yourself. Like, I think not just work like listening and watching long videos, or like having a normal attention span, being able to like listen to somebody. It's also like responding, you know, knowing what they're saying, you know. I feel like I had something else, but I forgot what I was saying. So I'm just saying a bunch of stuff. Like, I'm just like spewing out words.
So what then? Like, if we talked about what can make people fail from their creative dreams, and, you know, that would truly be such a shame, because I think everyone has a story to tell. So yeah, like, don't waste your potential. So what would you say if laziness or lack of patience and all of this stuff is stopping them? What you personally, why do you, like, I know you're producing a YouTube video right now.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many other things you could be doing, so many other passions you could choose. What makes you like stand and not like give up on the creative dreams?
That's a good question, man.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know why. I feel like I don't like the idea of being lazy, because like I've done it before. Like I've like, we've all just like sat on the couch, brain rotted and stuff, watching movies, or not even that, watching just reels on the couch.
At this point, movies is productive.
Yeah, it is. Oh God, it is. Watching a whole like TV show, that's just hella productive.
Don't do that though.
Yeah,
I mean, do that, but like,
when my show comes out, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
do that.
That's another thing. To interrupt your answer, but what's driving me is, I think Aristotle said to live life in moderation, right?
What's that mean?
To live life in moderation means you don't want to be in the extreme, or you don't want to be doing nothing. So
find like a middle ground.
Middle ground. So if you're watching and consuming stuff all day, what better way to find the middle ground, the moderation, than to also create your own stuff?
Yeah. See. You know your stuff. That's good, bro. That's good. I like that.
Yeah. What about you? Like, what keeps you head fast to? It's not even a goal. It's kind of like, what keeps your passion alive?
Honestly, just sheer will, man. Just
sheer will.
Here's the thing. Like, there's like literally every day that I wake up, it's like I feel like I have to do something, and if I don't do something, I feel like.
Yeah, even on vacation, right?
I can't even go on vacation. Like, my mom was talking about like taking a family trip and stuff, and I was just like, no, I don't feel like going. And she's like, why? And I was just like, because like I feel like I got so much work I have to do that I didn't earn a vacation. You know what I mean? Like I don't know, but like I probably should.
That makes sense.
You know what I mean? Though.
Yeah, like you got to get something done because I'm the same way.
Like there's so many goals I want to do. Like I want to get my subscribers up there. I want to upload better videos. I want to make my first movie, make my first TV show. I just want to get those things done. Let's just do one. And then I'll take a vacation. You know what I mean? Because it feels earned, I don't want to like reward myself for nothing. Because then what is that teaching me,
Yeah. Teaching you can do, jack and like get around.
Exactly, yeah. I like the work. I like the I like the work. I was gonna say the chase, but that I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah. That would have been fire for like a short though, but I don't do that because like can't be preaching anti-scrolling and
like pushing like that stuff.
Yeah.
No, we can't do that. What was I gonna say? There's something with like the rewarding stuff. A minute to think now.
It's crazy, like you're so deep into it, and then you just like forget everything.
There's so much.
I think honestly, like short form content played a role in that. That's why I stopped scrolling because I feel like the term brain rot is true. Like my memory is literally fading.
No, same, bro. Like I can't. Like yesterday, I was literally talking to somebody. I was like, "Oh, what's your name?" I was calling him Jello Man because he was the one who was bringing in Jello shots for like the scene or whatever. And I just know him because I saw him do that multiple times. But when it came to his actual name, I was like, "What's your name?" Right? He told me his name, and then literally like 3 seconds later, I walked away. I was like, "Oh shit, what's his name?" And I felt so bad. And I went back to the guy and I was like, "Jello Man." He goes, "What's my name?" I'm like, and I'm like sitting there just guessing. And until we had like a break or whatever, I walked up.
Wait, you were guessing?
Dude, I was just guessing. And
was he like, nope?
Basically, I don't know. He was cool though. He was a cool guy. He's a very nice guy. Yeah.
But you said you see yourself getting your subscribers up and doing like shows and movies. Like, what platform do you think you're gonna put like some shows on YouTube, or what platform are you thinking of?
I'm hoping because I want my first ever movie to be like a theatrical release instead of like something on. Yeah. So instead of something like on Prime Video or like Netflix. Although I feel like
who watches theaters now though?
Maybe
that's controversial, but like who watches that?
That's true though. A lot of people don't go to theaters no more. Everybody like watches on TV, and that's what I'm saying. You guys have to go to like the theater. What you sit on your couch for? You don't meet nobody on the couch. That's another thing too. Dude, like I want a girlfriend. Yo, go outside. But she ain't gonna be on the couch. You gotta go outside for that.
I was actually reminded me of a story I heard from university of a good friend talking about his friend back home, and prom was coming up, and I low-key can't be talking because I can get a prom date.
Hey, dog, low-key, it's cool, but it's like
it was basically the same thing you said, where this guy, so my friend was asking him, when are you getting your prom date? And then he literally said, relax, you'll follow this guy one day, and then I'll take you to prom, and that's it. And I think a lot of people have that mentality with other things, where like they just think it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Like Obama's not gonna appear right in front of us right now.
I gotta blow my nose. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's fine.
Good thing I came prepared with my tissues. Anyways, yeah, Obama's not coming right in front of us, dog.
Yeah. I could have made myself a lie though if I get. You know what I was thinking would be fire? I don't have the budget or like subscribers or like leverage for it. I was thinking, what if like I did a podcast with a cartoon character? Like I got someone to animate Kung Fu Panda. I'm just talking, but that'd be fire.
You can definitely do that with AI though, like ChatGPT and stuff. You can just like prompt it to like.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about like AI and like editing though. To be honest though, I think that is a good starting point.
Yeah.
But what are your takes on AI and like writing? And
low-key pissing me off right now. But here's the thing: I don't think it can take over like the writing aspect.
Yeah,
because I did do a video. I asked ChatGPT to make 3 scripts, and like I had to like restart it multiple times. So I asked it like, "Yeah, okay." I said I need 2 actors, and these guys are like slipping in 3 or 4. I'm like, I'm gonna lose it, bro. So like that was already like one error they had, and then like I also like acted out like they can't do comedy too. They're not funny, bro.
Yeah. What about Grok? Is Grok work for comedy?
What's Grok?
Twitter's chatbot.
They have an AI now. I mean AI 2 now.
They had it for a while.
Speaking human. Really?
Yeah.
I know Instagram has like Meta and stuff.
Oh yeah. No, but you could do Grok, I think.
Oh, I've never. I don't have Twitter downloaded. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I got everything else. So I got TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube.
But if it was good, like it only gave you the 2 actors and everything you needed, do you think you'd stop generating ideas and just rely on it?
Honestly, yeah, I feel like that is already happening with some of us too now. Because I think there was a point where I was like, I don't know, when I was writing my script and stuff, I was like, I'm like getting writer's block, right? And I used it because I was like, yo, what should come after this, right? And they generated some good ideas, but it is all like corny and stuff. But like I
think it's inspirational though, because I think personally, what I found when I was writing, it's a lot easier to edit. So it's a lot easier instead of making an idea to get AI to give you 5 and you're like, that's horrible, that's horrible, that's horrible. Yeah. And it'd be like, oh, I see like the potential there.
I feel like if you use it the right way, it's good. But if you're using it to like fully generate scripts and fully like just like do the work for you, and then all you have to do is just like produce it, that's just, I don't know. You know, I've been seeing like these Google videos, I don't know what it's called, Google Veo or something like that.
What is this?
It's like Google has an AI now too.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, and people are like uploading a bunch of videos, and there's like people saying like people saying we're all just a bunch of prompts. And I don't know, people are just really believing in this theory that we're just like an AI prompt.
Humans?
Yeah, like they believe like sorry, I'm gonna cut you off.
I was just like tweaking.
No, you're
like, how are humans a prompt?
So basically, like, for example, let's say I'm one of those believers. I'm like believing that like somebody was at their laptop or something. I think this is what this like whole prompt theory is, that like somebody just typed in, oh, get Roko Saric and Thomas Botea just to sit down and like talk to each other and do a podcast, you know?
It's not like over the internet, you mean?
Yeah, like people think that this is so there's probably somebody watching right now being like, oh, this is AI, you know? And it's like a big prompt.
That's okay, a compliment though.
That we are, yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean,
like if you look, like my fingers are pretty good. I only got 7 or 8.
I got 10.
I had to like AI them. So, what would you say is like your YouTube goal? Because you said you had a YouTube goal.
Yeah, so I do want to hit, like right now, it's just like hit that 1,000 subscriber mark, hit the 4,000 watch hours, get monetized basically. I just want to get monetized real fast. But I'm not going to get monetized without making videos. You know, I could rely on just people watching my old videos and promoting the old ones. But if those videos didn't pop off, there's a reason, because they're not good.
Oh, what are your thoughts on promoting videos?
Promoting videos is a good idea, you know? Like, here's the thing. So if you have like, for example, I got like this one of my videos hit like 20K views, which is by far, that's my best video. And I haven't promoted it. I know I did make one short to promote it.
Yeah.
But at that time I was at 19K, and then I went to 20K after I did a little promotion.
Yeah.
So the promotions do help, promoting like old videos and stuff.
Yeah. But that makes you lazy, right?
It does, yeah. I wouldn't rely on it, you know, because then you're just sitting down editing old videos nonstop and just sneaking in clips. It's always good to do new things, new fresh things, you know, like.
Hey, I didn't know you had a 20K video.
No, yeah.
That's impressive.
Sorry. Yeah. That's by far my best video and stuff. And like, yeah, doing like a little promotional video, that does help, you know?
Yeah.
So definitely do that. But if you're
I personally don't like doing it.
You don't like doing it?
Maybe it's a hot take, maybe it's controversial, but
try it out.
I tried promoting it, but what I see is that across all my videos, the videos that get promoted have the worst retention.
Interesting.
Because I feel like a lot of it is people, you know, like they open up the video and they're like, yo, that's Roko. And like they skip the 3 seconds and they put their phone back down.
Yeah, it's true. I did always think of that too. Like if I ever like did upload something and you say like, oh, like my channel is like in the description or whatever. Yeah. It's like, are they just gonna quickly scroll past it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so that's why I think it's bad, because I think it's bad even if those people subscribe. Because then YouTube sees that someone subscribed to you. And then if they don't watch your other videos, it's going to be like, your own fan base doesn't watch you, why should we promote you?
It's true. It's true. There's also, you ever see like a lot of like YouTubers?
Mm-hmm.
They say like 2% of subscribers are actually, 2% of the viewers are actually sub, and then like 98%, like that's just like a random number, but like it's always like 90% aren't subbed, like that watch the videos.
A larger portion, yeah.
Yeah, and then like 10% like that are sub that do watch the videos and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's like the same for me. I think I'm like 82% aren't subscribed but watch my videos and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Do you care about, or do you like follow what your YouTube studio tells you at all? Or
I always look at it because it's very important stuff. It's like all the analytics and stuff, seeing what people like their attention drops. So you gotta like
see where it dropped.
Yeah. And I was like doing research and stuff. Like this was like a general thing. Might be incorrect, but I think the new attention span for, I forgot when, I think this was 2024. I checked this. It was like 7.8 seconds, which is like shorter than the goldfish's attention span.
Yeah, this is gonna be like damn, I shouldn't have chose to do podcast episodes. 7.8. Wow. Is it really 7.8?
Well, that's what it said. And I think it's because like TikTok and stuff.
Yes.
I think every 7.8 seconds you have to like refresh their attention span. So if you're like just like, I don't know, let's say we just like said one thing and then just like sat there for like 8 seconds, they're gone by then, bro. They're like scrolling or clicking off.
Like at that point, I think it's almost a drug because they're just looking for the next hit like almost instantly.
No, yeah, exactly. So like you gotta like refresh their attention span fast, and they like people love fast paced stuff. Like people don't watch Breaking Bad no more. You know, they're always like, oh, you know, it's too long. It's not for me, bro.
Honestly, back when I was scrolling, I couldn't watch Better Call Saul because I thought it was too long. Maybe that was just the attention span.
It was the attention. It was same for me. Like, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
It is pretty long, and I don't think this, because like that was out before. Like,
but don't mean to interrupt.
You do.
But there's like so much beauty that's missed in media because people have bad attention spans. Like, I love it in like books and this too. Like, I'm pretty sure there's like 2 minutes of just like a car driving and like some scenery. Like, I really like being immersed in that, but you can't do that nowadays. Like, it's got to be one clip, and then the car's going to do like a 360, and then like the big Mr. Beast text. But yeah, I think if you really tried it, do you like those like drawn out like clips sometimes? Like it was like a 2-minute clip of just like trees or whatever, and Better Call Saul.
I appreciate like the art aspect.
Yeah.
But if it's not pushing the story anywhere,
oh, that's true.
Like that's like a main thing where it's like the drive of the story. You know, if it's just like some like random shit like ice cream on the ground, like there was one scene I think in Better Call Saul where it's like he drops his ice cream on the ground. I think in the next episode, it's just like the opening shot was that ice cream on the ground.
I was just gonna say that'd be a fire shot.
Yeah,
so like start there and then pan up,
just like pan up and stuff, and like I don't know, like. It probably did have something that I was missing because I low-key, like, I think like our whole generation is all like a victim of like the low attention span thing. So we're not picking up on these things. We expect them to be like told to us instead of actually trying to be like oh, what's that about? You know what I mean? Or we could all just be schizo thinking there's some hidden meaning with this ice cream, but there's probably not.
That's honestly, I'm not trying to be controversial, but honestly, that's like every Kendrick Lamar fan.
What do you mean?
Like, I personally. Like don't really listen to that. Like I just listen to Christian music now. But everything Kendrick releases, he has such a tight-knit fan base where they think there's some deep meaning behind every single word.
Yeah, like the whole like mustard thing. I don't understand that.
Yeah, but like at that point, you're just making their career kind of.
Yeah,
maybe that's where the thing like mystique and mystery comes from because you just let other people like do the talking for you.
That's true. I know. Another thing too.
Yeah.
Of fans and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like here's the thing. I've been saying, okay, so like basically whenever like me, like I like fight with somebody, like argumentative fight, like you're literally my fan, bro. It gets on their nerves, right?
Yeah.
I feel like saying you're a fan is kind of like an insult to yourself. It just means like you're another follower of just some guy who's like better than you. You know, and don't get me wrong. I do idolize people too, but like...
So you think you can't be a fan without idolizing?
Nah, like I feel like it just sounds very like kind of like I'm a sheep among other people. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like that might be controversial and stuff, but like it's just like how I feel like right now. Maybe my mind will get changed after and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like no, because I see like I saw Carlos in Walmart. Like you know Carlos from YTV.
No,
you don't know Carlos from YTV.
You saw Carlos and he's in Walmart.
Yeah, from YTV.
It's a crazy crossover.
It was, bro. I saw him and I like low key I was like excited, you know.
Yeah.
And like I don't want to say I'm a fan.
Yeah.
But I can appreciate the fact that you know this guy's he's done some stuff to get where he is, where I recognize him, and it's like, oh, okay, well, this is awesome. I'm gonna get a photo, you know, be like, this is dope, and then you know, ask him a couple questions how he got to where he is, stuff, you know.
Did you?
I did, yeah. And he gave me some pretty good advice.
What did he say?
So I asked him like, if I was trying to get into acting, where like what would I do? And he said like, oh, you know, you would just go like take some acting classes and stuff, and like do improv classes as well. And also, if you're trying to see like, I think, I can't remember exactly what he said with the celebrity stuff, but it was something with like, if you want to go in the same direction as like another celebrity, Google where they've gone or something. Or that might be wrong. That might be completely wrong. I'm gonna just skip out on that one that he told me.
Like study what they did.
Yeah, like find their. Oh yeah, it was find their agents, and then try to get booked under their agents so you get similar stuff. I think that's what he said.
That's low-key a strategy.
And low-key is a strategy, but this guy, he has some good advice.
You do that?
I haven't done it yet. I met this guy like a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm mostly doing the background stuff right now, so I'm kind of busy with that.
I think, though, like jumping back to the fan stuff, I think maybe that's like maybe a bad stigma. Because I think it just depends on how you view it, right? I think it kind of shows that you appreciate them.
Yeah. Which I definitely do.
Like I would say, definitely say, or it's not even just people. Like I would say I'm a fan of Star Trek just because like I appreciate it.
Oh yeah. That's different. Yeah. Like I was thinking more so like other people and stuff, you know?
Or you think it's the issue when it's the person?
Yeah, because I feel like it's just like you're putting somebody else like above you. Like appreciating somebody's work and stuff. That's like that's good, you know. It's good. You know, like I'm like a fan of like The Boys and stuff. That's a great TV show. And
so where's the boundary then?
The boundary, I feel like it's like idolizing somebody who like
doesn't know who you are.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, you know what I mean. Like, cause they don't know me and stuff, and like they don't know that I know them. You know what I mean? Which I think that makes you a fan in a way. I don't know. I don't know the exact definition of a fan, but it's a very complicated relationship I have with the word fan and like being like one and like idolizing celebrities and all that stuff. You know what I mean?
That's why it's crazy when you like. I have no idea who Carlos is.
You don't? How do you not know Carlos?
But like, you probably really humanized it when you saw him.
They did.
So I think maybe an aspect of the like being a fan is that you only see them through their success.
Yeah, exactly.
But then when you see them, like he's just chilling there, like he's just looking at the aisles. You're like, oh, it's just
a guy. Yeah, like he's just doing his thing, minding his business, and then it's like I'm out of nowhere. Hey, you know, I love your work, man. Good job.
Yeah, like Pierce Brown is probably just like lying down right now, like just chilling.
Who?
You know Pierce Brown?
I think so. He talks about politics and stuff.
No.
Oh shit.
I highly recommend it. Are you into reading or no?
Nah.
Yeah, I'm gonna convert you, bro.
My attention span is short. That's the problem. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you gotta work on it. I think what will really work is and I think this is gonna give me a lot of inspiration in my writing journey as well. I wrote a sci-fi book. If you want to, you could check in the link down below.
Tempest.
Tempest, exactly. But yeah, I was just bringing up Pierce Brown because of he's one of the most popular science fiction authors right now. He wrote the Red Rising saga, and it was a trilogy, and now he's going on to the 7th book. But it's kind of basically about a slave, and he's on Mars, and it's kind of a rebellion story and a Game of Thrones in space.
Oh man!
And I actually have it in my room. I'm not too sure. I can honestly lend you the first book. But the problem with reading, though, is like I have 1984 and Discovery with a good YouTube friend, Talking Story. However, even though you know it's so good, it's just like so hard to start it.
Yeah, I get that. Like, I have this book. It's the Batman prequel book, right? And I've heard good things about it and stuff, right? And it's literally like, it's not that long of a book. It's like a really short book. And like the people who actually do read books, it's like really, really short. Probably finish it in like an hour or two, you know? And yeah, I've heard good things. Love Batman and stuff. But I haven't read it, you know? And
you're just getting high off the thought, eh? You're
yeah, I just like the idea, you know?
You're just scrolling, you're like, yo, I should read that book.
Yeah, I should read it. I literally have the book too, and I haven't read it or anything. And I had so much downtime at university, and like I just
trust me, it's the cheat code. There's a verse, and I think Ecclesiastes, it says in the Bible, it says there's nothing new under the sun. So like we're trying to make like the next big thing and everything. Like Batman and all this stuff, this exists. So like that's honestly such a cheat code. Like that'll give you such competitive advantage over anyone else because they don't take the time to like read those successful books. So I think honestly, it's gonna be super hard to pick up that book, even though like you're probably not gonna read a page of it and trying to like reverse psychology.
You're trying to get me to read the book, bro.
But I don't even know where I was going with that. But basically, like most of it's been done before. If you just read a book, you can get so much more inspiration.
Are you saying like if I like pick up the book and just like read a little bit, it'll like kind of like keep me going and stuff?
Don't be lazy.
No,
you gotta read it.
Like that's what I said.
Yeah, like finish it.
Oh, you mean like I was just thinking like you were trying to say like if you like pick it up, read a little bit, you'll like start like you go into it thinking you're just gonna read a little bit, and then you start liking what you're reading. You pick up some like momentum and just keep going and you know like reading more and more.
The problem with that is that I think the same way, but like I'm an overthinker.
Same.
So as I'm reading this book, I'm like, Thomas won't notice that he's trying to convince himself to pay attention. So I think the thought you want to go into that to stop the overthinking is literally just say, and this is what I started doing. I found it really helpful. Just go read the first chapter and put it down if you don't like it.
Oh. And if you do like it, keep going?
Yeah. Whenever I would try doing goals of like reading a book in a week or reading a book in a month. And by the way, in the BookTube community here, people are reading like crazy. They're reading like 10 books a week. But big mistake, never read by pages. Because that's just like watching a YouTube video and then you stop it like in the middle of me pronouncing YouTube. You gotta like never like if it's like like for example my book, don't just stop it after like page 2. It's like you don't have to on page 3 minutes. Stop plugging.
I have on page 2.
But yeah, never just stop on a page. Stop on a chapter because the artist, like for example, say successful you or successful me, put some thought into that and they wanted it to end right there. Like imagine like your favorite movie and you watch it with someone and they just keep pausing it at random times instead of like
when pisses me off.
Yeah. So that's why I would say a good trick if you do want to get into it is read by chapters, never read by pages.
Interesting. No, I like that though. That's a good way of looking at it, you know, like stopping like midway and just like random stuff. My nose is pissing me off.
Yeah. Like there's artistic intent into the chapter. So just read the chapter. And then stop there.
Like the complete story, you know?
Like those, if you think of a video game, yeah, those are like the flags. Like, because imagine, like for example, I talk about books, but even movies. Like say someone's watching your movie, right? And they just stop it and they just stare at the screen. Like that's basically what you're doing to the book.
Yeah.
Like you're stopping it mid-action. You're stopping it like mid-snap when like Spider-Man dies. And you're just staring at the screen. Like it doesn't make any sense. It's true.
Damn, you know, that's a good way to look at it, man. I like that. It's like it's like just like watching the movie. Like it's like with finishing a chapter. Let's just say like there's like a really big book with like a really long chapter or whatever. And they're like putting so much detail into it, making you think one thing, and the twist is at the very end. You miss that entire twist, and you think, oh, the book was like garbage.
Yeah.
And then you just realize you read a little bit more, finish the chapter, you would understand the whole chapter and realize it was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Like it's like watching, spoiler for Fight Club. It's like watching Fight Club, and right before you figure out that Edward Norton. Have you seen Fight Club?
I saw it. Yeah.
Okay, good. I don't want to start doing that, and then like I was like,
after you say that, I got a hot take on Fight Club. Bro.
Okay, bad. It's like just like cutting it off right before you realize Tyler's not real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you're just like, this is bullshit. This guy is like, this is actually a pretty good movie even before you don't know Tyler's not real. But you get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. By the way, I think that was one of the only movie twists that ever got me.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess it got spoiled for me, so I knew.
Like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like I had no idea going into it. But my hot take is I really, really despise the ending.
You don't like it?
I didn't like the ending.
Why?
But here's the thing, though. I can appreciate it honestly, it sounds like but it's true. I appreciate the artistic value. Like I can see why the movie performed so well and why it's good. But I personally just don't like the ending.
They actually did really shit in the box office.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I think like their posters were bad, promotions were bad.
So how is it everywhere?
Well, it got famous after, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, and then people started liking it more then. What was it? There's actually a theory, though, that Marla and Bob are also not real.
Marla and who's Bob?
Bitch tits.
Yeah, I just saw this like a few weeks ago. I know Marla's the girl. Yeah, the girl. And
then Bob's the big guy.
The guy he hugs and cries on.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they call him bitch tits and stuff. What was it? There was a theory that Bob's not real and Marla's not real. And, obviously we know Tyler's not real. So what they're saying is that Tyler's is masculine side, Marla's is feminine side, and then Bob is both. Because he's like a big dude, but he's also got like breasts. So he's got like feminine features and also masculine features.
Yeah.
So it's like, there was also like clues and stuff. I think Bob's like when Tyler is like investigating a car, there's like a certain like shirt. Bob was wearing the exact same shirt. And then there's also like during like that like that meeting and stuff, when he went to go hug him, nobody's looking at Bob. And I feel like this might be a little rude, but like if you saw a man who had breasts, you're gonna look. You're gonna be like, oh, like that's it's not something you see every day, it's out of the ordinary, you know what I mean? So you look and it's just, you know what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah.
Like, that sound effect. Wow.
Yeah. It catches your eye, And like you wonder, like, how did they get there? Is it by choice? Was it like Bob's thing? It was like I think he had too much testosterone that his body started producing too much estrogen, so it gave him like tits.
That's why like long form stuff is so much better. Like you're never going to see people theorizing over a YouTube short.
No, you're not gonna watch it. It's just like
it's actually back in the day. I used to love watching.
Back in the day is crazy, bro.
So are you 20?
What?
Huh?
You know how old I am, bro.
Okay, I was wondering. I was just like checking in.
This guy thought I went 2 years up.
Maybe I time jump. But
we'll be 20 in a year.
Yeah, I was completely forgot what I was gonna say.
My bad, I cut you off.
But what were you saying? We were talking about his tits?
Yeah.
Dude,
somebody's gonna like watch this and skip. And we're like, we're talking about his titties? Yeah, we're talking about his titties.
Yeah, they're gonna be like profound like stories, and then you'd be like, you just want to look at those tits.
We went from talking about like we're gonna talk about film and getting into it. Just skip, boom. Yeah. His tits, very big, very not, too much estrogen.
Oh, that's what I was saying. Film theory. I'd always watch film theory because, like, there's so much more fun stuff you could do with long form content. Like, imagine, like, also the theories. Like, some of those are true. Like, imagine how happy. Like, that's honestly what success looks like to me as an author, is to see people theorizing over, like, a book.
Right? Because it means they're watching your stuff and, like, they're, taking pieces and, like...
And they appreciate the little thing. It's not like, how was that Batman book?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Or pull the LeBron James, like, oh, yeah, I read that last Tuesday.
Wait, what? I don't know what that is.
You know the LeBron James meme?
Nah.
Where he's like little liar?
No.
Or you just like continuously lying.
Put it on the TV. And I'll watch this after and I'll be like, oh, this thing. Yeah. I know.
Wait, did you actually get it?
No, I don't know what you're talking
about. That would be crazy if you actually got something from there.
Oh, no, hell no.
Yeah, I got also a... we're going to go into more of a touchy subject.
Let's go for it, man.
Like, it might get a bit emotional for you guys. And I know my storage is bad, so hopefully if they don't get this, then just rely on that so you can really go deep into the question. What is the most vulnerable thing you would ever put into a story or script? What is the line, and would you like put something very vulnerable from your life? Because I know they always say show don't tell.
Yeah.
So when you're writing something vulnerable happening, like what is the extent to something vulnerable you can put out there?
Could you elaborate on that?
Like, for example, say you have an experience of, like getting beat up.
Yeah.
And you remember it so you can like write that perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
Like how vulnerable you go, or like emotionally.
So like how would I use like
drawn past experiences
in my writing?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, like I would just kind of like I don't want to say I just kind of like do it.
Mm-hmm.
That's not an answer. That's just like that's being lazy.
That is honestly the answer everyone needs, though.
Yeah, just do it,
Yeah. It sounds so simple, but it is.
It's the truth. You just gotta do it. You start writing it down. Just like try to remember what happened.
Yeah.
I don't want to say like if you don't remember what it feels like, do it again, because that's just not what to do. That's just kind of this is bad for you.
Yeah, find that dude, call him up and be like, yo, come beat me up right now.
Can you like just like kick me in the stomach again? Like I don't remember what it feels like, man.
That's a Fight Club moment right there.
Oh god, yeah. I want you to punch me as hard as you can.
Yo, imagine the Fight Club director had made it so good because he was speaking from experience of him being schizo.
Maybe he was. Who's his name? David Fincher?
I don't know.
I think it is David Fincher.
I don't know.
Might be wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, I'm trying to think. I don't know what's like. I'm trying to think like what I wrote that I put into my scripts and stuff. Check it out.
Camera cut out, and I had so many good things to ask, so we'll definitely continue that next time. But before we go, I got one big question to ask you that I ask at the end of every single episode. You only got 1 minute to answer it. It's going to be the deepest question you ever got in your life.
We got a minute.
If you could say any philosophical take to the world in one word, what would you say that could improve the quality of life?
You should ask me this before, right?
In only one word, what's your biggest philosophical take?
Eyes.
I elaborate quickly in like 20 seconds.
The eyes never lie. You look into somebody's eyes, they tell you things. Which is from Scarface.
Roko Saric, everyone. Make sure to subscribe. See you next time.
Yeah.